From drab to dreamy, this house undergoes a major transformation as part of a unique city investment program. See the dramatic changes next.
Hello and welcome to Radiant Remodel. I'm Stephanie Ring. How does a 1950s Rambler turn into a modern space for a 2009 family? Well, you're about to find out as we take you along on a remodeling journey that's not only transformed a home, it's excited an entire community.
The city of Coon Rapids is packed with neighborhoods full of Ramblers. Many built in the 1950s by Orrin Thompson, these homes offer ideal one-level living. Some of these homes have been remodeled since the 50s, but some have not. Here's one that could use a facelift. This home on 116th and Juniper Street was a foreclosure that sat vacant for several months until the city of Coon Rapids purchased it in January as part of a new neighborhood program.
This is the city's first home in its new Home for Generations program. It's one way the city is investing in the community. The goal is to buy up older, vacant homes and remodel them to today's contemporary standards. A tangible example of what can be done with a little creativity and a little investment.
The main priority of this program is really to use it as a demonstration project, to showcase it to the community, but really help it be an educational tool to residents, potential residents, people throughout the community.
With several vacant and foreclosed properties, the city had plenty to choose from, and many for a very reasonable price. Purchased for $92,500, this home on Juniper Street has a living room dining room combination, a small kitchen, one bathroom, and 3 small bedrooms, all on the main level. As far as the aesthetics, well, not too pretty, with this paint job in the living room and ceramic tile covering up the hardwood floors. The bathroom is in desperate need of a facelift, and the kitchen, well, there's not too much to say about it. The broken cabinets say enough. Downstairs, there's a 4th bedroom and family room area and a bathroom, but the rooms aren't finished. At just 810 square feet on the main level, it's a small home, but structurally it's sound. It just needs some modifications.
What are buyers looking for in today's market?
They're looking for usable space, nice open floor plan, but it's also something that their kids can grow into. And I think with this property here, having the nice big yard and opening up the way that we're going to be opening up is going to be very beneficial.
This house has 3 bedrooms, but one of which right here is actually really quite small.
It is. It's very small, and what they're going to be doing with the property is basically conjoining this bedroom and the bedroom next door together to make a nice sized master bedroom, putting in a nice walk-in closet.
Combining the 2 rooms is just one of the many changes on tap for this project.
Potential is everything. It's here, house is well built, so let's just improve it.
Sean Lennox of Lennox Builders is the contractor hired by the city of Coon Rapids to handle this job. A family-owned business for 40 years, Lennox Builders has tackled dozens of remodels over the years. This one is especially exciting, according to Lennox, because of the dramatic changes that will occur.
We're gonna blow this wall out. We're gonna open the whole back of this house up, 22 feet long. We're gonna take this, we're standing in our mudroom right now. This is gonna be where our mudroom is gonna be. This is our new dining room. We're gonna have a wide open staircase. You're gonna walk in this front door and look all the way to the back corner of the house. This is gonna have a great room feel in a 50s built house.
Sean, what kind of budget do you have to work with here?
The budget on this particular project is $60,000. We had to come up with a budget that was lend itself to the resale of the house. We have to put a house back on the market that's affordable, that people can live in, and that people can look at and recognize remodeling projects in their own houses that they can afford to do. So we came in with a very tight budget. We have to find creative ways to achieve that budget, and we're gonna get there.
A $60,000 investment will pay for labor and materials for this remodel. The front of the house will have new siding, stone, and a porch. Inside, some walls will come down, others will be rearranged. The new plans will open up the living room, dining room, and kitchen to give the home a great room feel. A 22 by 10 addition will be built on the back of the house and will be home to a new mudroom and kitchen. A large storage closet will be built across from an open staircase, and the 2 small bedrooms will instead be joined together to create a larger master bedroom and walk-in closet. The second bedroom will be slightly larger and the bathroom fixtures will be rearranged to include the bathtub on the back wall. New stairs will be built to code and new windows, partial roof, bathroom fixtures, and flooring will be installed. Existing hardwood floors will be refinished. Downstairs in the basement, a third bedroom will be finished, a 3/4 bath redone, and a family room area will be finished off. The new addition will also create a new storage room downstairs. All of this for $60,000. It didn't take long to pull the walls down on day one of the remodel.
We've knocked all these studs out. We're leaving the plates in place to keep the insulation in place. The walls are just blowing out of here. You can see all the way back to the kitchen. We've exposed the flue chase. We're ready to start making some of those changes.
Talk about making changes. The old kitchen cabinets come right off the walls. The ceramic tile is easily pulled up from the living room floor. And by day 5, newly framed walls and closet areas are taking shape. 1 week into the remodel, the big dig. Crews prepare the backyard for the 22 by 10 addition.
When you tackle an addition, a project like this, what are some of the things you have to be watching out for?
The number one thing is your soil. You want to know that you're getting down to good soil so that your foundation is sitting on the base that it needs. It's only as good as its base. Your whole building is only as good as what's holding it in place. We have great soil here. Coon Rapids is known for its sand and its good, solid, stable soils. We've hit no issues here. We have no fill, no nothing. We're in good, solid soil. So that's a bonus for the day.
So no surprises out here so far?
No surprises so far. Everything's been just as what we had expected.
Good deal.
So far, so good.
I think it's exciting, and just to see the transformation and to see it happening so quickly. And so far, luckily, there haven't been any hiccups. And I think the residents are equally as excited just to see that transformation and the investment in their neighborhood.
Day 9, crews are ready to build the foundation. The foundation will soon become the new storage room in the basement and the base to the new kitchen. Day 13, crews are ready to frame up the addition and the walls go up quickly.
The framing went pretty quickly. We had a day and a half on the walls and getting ready for the roof. Then we set this new girder truss right up here, and when the new girder truss went up, we had a pitch issue with our trusses, so we ended up hand framing the entire roof, which was a fun experience, but it gave us that seamless transition that we want when we look at the house. We don't want to see that there's an addition on there. We want it to look like it's been there since the day it was built.
With the walls up on the addition, things are really starting to take shape. Meanwhile, contractors who specialize in fire protection are busy installing a unique safety feature.
This home is the first in the city to have its own residential fire sprinkling system. It's like having a mini fire department right behind the walls.
It's money well spent to save your family and friends.
Coon Rapids Fire Marshal Todd Williams says sprinkler systems save lives.
The system is meant to get the people out of the home if there's a fire. It's designed to work for about 10 minutes to get an escape path so the people can get out safely.
The system won't necessarily save your home, but it will minimize the damage and buy you extra time to get out safely in case of a fire. The system taps into the home's water supply, and the orange pipes that you see will be hidden behind sheetrock. Small sprinkler heads will be located on the walls and ceilings.
This is called a concealed head. We have this cover that goes on top of it once they finish the sheetrock. This cover goes off about 120 degrees, so it's about 20 degrees cooler than the sprinkler head, so this would drop off, and the sprinkler head would come down, and the sprinkler head would go off about 140 degrees, and that would extinguish the fire.
The cost to install the system, about $3,000. That's actually a little bit higher compared to new construction, where it's easier and cheaper to install the sprinkler system at the same time the house is being built. This system, however, was donated for the project. With the sprinkler system installed, the framing up, and the addition attached to the older part of the home, it's now time for city inspection.
Building code drives what we do. We inspect the building code.
Roger Fulta, inspector with the city of Coon Rapids, checks several areas of this home: the framing, the spacing of the bolts on the addition, and the bracing of the building, especially now that some walls have been taken out or rearranged.
Here they took a wall out and put a new beam in. So now we're carrying the weight over to 2 points instead of carrying it straight down. Therefore, we want to make sure that we have a beam that can carry all this weight. We also want to make sure that the weight gets transferred and taken all the way to the foundation. It's almost like electricity. You carry it to ground. Just like electricity has to go to ground, these point loads have to be carried to the foundation and then spread through the earth. So we're looking at that to make a sound structure.
Fulta determines there's a few things to fix, not uncommon in a project as big as this. So Lennox finishes up a few details to pass inspection and moves on to the next phase of the project. Day 27, and work gets underway on the outside of the house. The siding on the front is coming off, and new stone is going on. New windows have been installed, and the beginnings of the new porch are starting to take shape. Inside, crews have been busy hanging sheetrock, and wow, the rooms are instantly defined. Remember this space before, with the wall that separated the living room and kitchen and the enclosed staircase? Well, now the wall is down, the stairs are opened up, and the addition on the back has created a more open feel. From the front door, you can see all the way to the back of the house, giving it that great room feel. Downstairs, the rooms have been prepped for paint, the new staircase has been built to code, and the plumbing is complete in the second bathroom. Major changes in just 6 weeks.
Spring is here and remodeling is well underway. So the city and Lennox builders have decided to open up the house and let the public come see the changes halfway through the process.
It's a great idea.
These remodeling changes are phenomenal.
Dozens of people turn out to see the changes midway through the process. Both the city and the contractor have representatives on hand to answer questions and help people get ideas for their own homes.
The mudroom there in the back, that's really good because, you know, a lot of these houses you just come in and there's your shoes and everything. So I think that was a great idea. So.
It's nice to see what it was and to where it's going, and I'm excited to come in and see this thing at the end because it's phenomenal. They did a couple of things that I didn't even think of. Not only that, but like the addition of the kitchen and the basement on this thing, I had no idea on the cost on that. That is a lot cheaper than I thought it was.
We're trying to show people through these open houses how they can do similar projects for very modest budgets and how to come up with those budgets creatively.
With pricing breakdowns on various elements of the remodel available for everyone to see, people here get an idea of how much everything costs, a realistic perspective of what kind of investment is needed to make changes to their own homes.
Well, I think it has a lot of value because you can see what can be done to them, you know. Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea.
I'm really impressed at the amount of people from the neighborhoods that are showing up for the open houses just to take a look at the possibilities of what they can do to upgrade their own homes.
Many of the people here came to an open house event before the remodeling began, and in just a few weeks they'll be back to see the finished product.
The color we chose is it's a warm, creamy, neutral color. It gives you a really comfortable feel when you walk in, yet it helps it keep airy and open.
In the basement, paint was sprayed right over the brown paneling. This is cheaper than redoing the walls with new sheetrock, and it gives this dark space a bright, airy feel. Being frugal on the basement walls allows for more money to be spent in other areas of the home.
Whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision, I don't know, but I think it demonstrates to people as they come and look through the project that you can't do everything. Even contractors who are working for the city have to draw a line somewhere, and that's a line that was drawn.
The painting is all done, and now there are a lot of finishing items that need to be purchased for this home. Remember the budget on this project? $60,000. Well, one way Lennox Builders is going to meet that budget is by purchasing items at an outlet store like this one.
Trim, windows, doors, cabinets, carpet, hardwood, tile. You name it, this place has it. The building materials outlet in Eagan carries a wide variety of overstock items, tubs, sinks, vanities, and more. It's a bargain hunter's dream.
Oh, I love this place. We can get stuff at discount prices. We get to do the stuff we want to do. It fits the stuff we're doing. We get some, trim at 30 cents a foot, which is unheard of, and it's what we really are looking for.
But when you come, you better be ready to spend some serious time. With over 100,000 square feet of warehouse space, there's a lot of ground to cover. And just as an explorer searches for hidden treasure, here at BMO, you just never know what you're going to find.
I mean, anybody can come into a place like this and spend 4 hours pretty easily. You can spend half of your day without even getting started. It's fun, it's a place that we can all look at, and there's great deals to be had. But look, do your homework before you come down here. Check prices in other places, know what you're looking for, and know what you're getting. Know your sizes when you're coming down here, know what doors you need. If you're lucky enough to find them, be opportunistic. That's the bottom line.
Because if you don't buy it now, it's probably going to be gone.
If you don't buy it now, you're not going to get it.
And once you decide to purchase, you need to remember all sales are final. No returns, no exchanges, so there's no changing your mind.
So we found a vanity here today. It's a nice vanity. It kind of matches our same cherry color stain. This is an oak vanity. It's in good shape. All the drawers are operating well. We clean it up, we put it in, and we've got a nice vanity.
And this is a good bargain?
This is a great bargain, $60. $60 out the door as it is. We really don't have to do anything to it. We can install it, bring it back to the project, and put it in.
Back at the house, there's more changes going on both inside and outside. Inside, crews are doing the tedious work of repairing the hardwood floors. Remember where the old walls were located? Well, now there are holes in the floor that have to be patched and filled in. To do that, crews meticulously rearrange sections of the floor and fill in the holes using scrap from other areas of the house. The new flooring in the kitchen and dining room actually came from other older homes.
It matches the floor perfectly. Most people, when they come in, can't tell where the new floor starts and the old floor stops. We find that using reapplied lumber like our flooring is the best way to go. We'll pick this stuff up at reuse centers. We pick this stuff up at... The best way to pick this stuff up in reality is to talk to your flooring guy. And when he's taking floors out of other houses, they generally will sit on this stuff and wait on it. And they know other flooring guys. So this stuff was purchased through a number of different flooring guys to get us our 400 square feet.
And remember the ceramic tile that covered the hardwood floors in the living room? Well, the grout left a terrible stain behind. Workers had to cut the floors 4 times to get down to the clean wood to remove the stain. And after lots of sanding, you'd never know there was a problem. The floors have been sanded to perfection. 5 coats of sealer helps to protect the wood and bring out the warm, rich tones. Outside, crews are tearing out the front step to start working on the rest of the porch. And workers are hanging siding on the garage. It's recycled siding from the front of the home.
We had no vinyl siding on the garage. We removed the original cedar shakes that were dilapidated and rotting. We pulled that off, and we wanted to really give the garage a fresh new look, so we resided it with the house siding. We'll do a wash and a chemical wash to this and get it all cleaned up and looking nice and bright and white again.
More white siding goes on the addition to match the rest of the house, but the front gets a whole different color.
Sean, why put new siding on only the front of the house?
Well, the reason to put new siding on the front of the house is, there's a number of good reasons. It changes the feel of the house, it changes the look of the house, it protects our budget, and it's a green-friendly decision. And what I mean by that is all the siding that was on the rest of the house is vinyl siding. There's no reason to tear it off and throw it away and send it to landfill. We can keep it in the project, we can keep it in service, and it's going to be good for another 20 years.
Rich curb appeal for a fraction of what it would cost to re-side the whole house. And the front of the garage matches the front of the home. Back inside, it's all about the details as the finishing work begins. Tile is laid in the front entryway, mudroom, and bathrooms. and doors and trim are being put in place. And in the kitchen, the cabinets are ready to be hung up. Remember the building materials outlet in Eagan? Well, all of these kitchen cabinets were purchased from their warehouse for a fraction of what you'd pay at a regular retail outlet.
You're looking at probably a third of normal expense. These are not a bottom-end cabinet system. They're mid to upper grade box cabinets still, and we're getting them at a very, very reasonable price.
And how much is that?
$900 we have invested into this kitchen right now, the cabinets alone. This is a Formica laminate surface, very durable. It'll wear for a long, long time. You know, today we want stones, we want natural stones, we like that harder surface feel. This is a great alternative when we come in on a budget. This gives us a great look.
And how about the tile backsplash? You added that for a little pizzazz?
We added it for a little pizzazz, but as you know, we have to be budget conscious all the way through. So we dug in deep. We went and found some of these tiles that we really, really liked. We found them in a clearance section. We got them for under $1 a square foot a tile, which anywhere you look, that's going to be a great tile in the end. It's a really durable porcelain tile, and it gives us a real earthy tone through it. And it so happens that the colors worked with everything we had already chosen, so we were able to do it, and it really ties the project together nice.
The final week of the remodel is all about the finishing touches. The house is cleaned and the walls are touched up with fresh paint. Downstairs, the bathroom is complete with all new fixtures, and neutral colored carpet is laid down on the floor in the family room and third bedroom. Outside, all of the siding is in place, the porch is complete, and new landscaping is added to the front yard.
Sean, it's done. What do you think?
Wow, amazing. What a budget challenge this house was, but we came in, it was great. We had a great time doing it, and we got there.
Let's take another look at all the changes of this remodel.
First, the outside of the house. The white siding came off the front and was replaced with new siding, shakes, and stone in warm, rich tones. A new 6x10 porch was added on the front, and the garage also matches the look of the house. Inside, the wall dividing the living room and kitchen has been taken down, which opens up the area to give it a great room feel. The old kitchen was small and felt dated. The new kitchen is open, bright, and larger thanks to a 22x10 addition on the back of the house. The new mudroom allows for storage and a place to enter without cluttering the rest of the home. The new pantry closet allows for vital storage space. 2 small bedrooms were combined to make one larger bedroom with a walk-in closet. And a major overhaul to the bathroom. It's not only easier on the eyes, it makes for better use of space, with the bathtub now situated on the back wall. Downstairs, what was a dull and dreary space is now usable with fresh paint and carpet in the bedroom and family room. The 3/4 bath has been completely redone. It's now usable and it looks great. And thanks to the addition, there's a new storage room downstairs. The perfect space to stash all those things you don't need on an everyday basis. And remember the sprinkler system that was installed? Well, here's how the sprinkler heads look now, just barely noticeable sticking out of the wall and inserted in the ceiling. The budget for this remodel was $60,000, so where did the money go?
I think a tremendous job has been done. You can just see the quality of work here that was done by Lennox, and I think that they really put their heart and soul into this project too. I think it was something that they believed in. It's something that we believe in, and we think it's something that's going to be great for the city of Coon Rapids and our neighborhoods. it's going to show families starting out these neighborhoods that we've got, and the quality of them. I think that we're going to showcase this, and we're going to showcase the homes that come up, and we're going to make them accessible to people, and I think it's just going to help fuel those ideas for those families.
This house is a great demonstration, and again, it's really to demonstrate to new homeowners that are looking to buy what old homes can transform into and how they can be more modern. But it's also to show, we do want this house to show people, existing homeowners, what they can do with their existing homes and continue to be, to invest in their homes, even if it is a small project. You know, what a big impact a small project can make.
Finally, the chance to see the finished product. A public open house allows dozens of people to walk through and see the dramatic changes for themselves.
I thought it was very nice. It changed so much I hardly recognize it inside.
You never know what's the same house.
Never know it was the same.
Beautiful.
I think it's awesome. I think it's just beautiful. I mean, we came in about a few weeks ago and saw kind of partway through, and now the finished product, it is just, it's awesome.
It looks really nice. The floors and stuff, they're really good.
An expansion of the kitchen, that's very important. And the big closets.
I think the changes are great. They open up the floor plan a lot better. It's a more usable space now and family friendly.
The City of Coon Rapids plans to purchase a few more homes in its Homes for Generations program, and some of the remodels will have a more green approach, ideas to save energy and help the environment at the same time. It's all about inspiration, helping people find the potential in older homes. I'm Stephanie Ring. Thanks for watching Radiant Remodel. Happy remodeling!